What's up, guys? Xenos here again today, bringing you guys another Infinite Warfare video, and this is the 60 kill gameplay from like 2 weeks ago that I mentioned I was gonna have. I'm not gonna lie, these guys don't really shoot back a whole lot. They're not the greatest players I've ever played against in my life, but that tends to be how you get this many kills. Around the 30-35 kill mark, I kind of get screwed. This probably could have, most likely would have been a 70 kill gameplay, but the other team gets a Warden out of a care package, which kind of just screwed the entire thing because I was stuck under the bridge for probably a good like minute to minute and a half, just couldn't move, and I didn't get too many awful kills while I was down there, so that kind of slowed me down. Which is disappointing because I'd really like to drop a 70 kill one time. I haven't done it since they raised the kill limit to 100, and I think I only did it like once when it was 75, dropping 70% of the kills. So it would be interesting to do it in an advanced movement game and to do it in 100 kills in a match. That would be fun to do. But as you can see, I'm doing it with the Volk. I think I just had pretty standard attachments on it, other than I might have had either had particle lamp or Faraday slugs, one of the two. I'm just not exactly sure which one. I can't tell what the attachments are from just how they look because I don't particularly play this game enough to worry about it. Generally, I have a quick draw, stock, foregrip, ELO, and the Faraday slugs or the particle lamp, whichever one. If you're going to run a Volk, that's probably how I would say to use it. You could probably drop the Faraday slugs or the particle lamp, whichever one it is. I mean, you don't necessarily need either one of those, but definitely foregrip, quick draw, and stock with an ELO sight are going to be your best ways to use this. And that's generally going to get you a lot of 3-shot kills. If you put on particle lamp, you're going to get a crap ton of 3-shot kills. So that's most likely what I'm running in this. And it's generally not a bad weapon. A lot of people kind of just knock on the energy weapons just because they're new and a little bit different than what they have been in the past, and they're really not that bad. The ERAD right now is probably one of the best subs in the game, if not the best sub in the game, because it's so stupidly accurate and it kills rather quickly. The R3K will one burst, especially with particle lamp, almost all the way across the map. I mean, some of these are really good, really good solid weapons. They just don't get the credit they deserve. And part of that is just simply because they don't wallbang. A lot of people are, they just don't like the fact that it has reflections because they want to be able to shoot through the wall, and I completely get that. I even somewhat agree with that. I want to be able to shoot through a wall as well. And honestly, the reflections are rather useless. They are definitely useless. They do like 1/7 of a normal shot damage-wise. So if your normal shot's going to do 25 damage, you're going to get like 3.5 damage off of a reflection, which is rather freaking useless. I mean, unless you've got them like absolute one shot and you bank one off a wall, it's going to be pretty dang useless. And for the most part, you don't really know where the reflections are going to go. They're not all that predictable, so it's going to be basically just straight up luck if you hit them, which, I mean, is decent reason why everybody says they're pretty crappy, Beyond that, I think there are a lot of good things about energy weapons. Number one being the fact that the ammo will constantly move from your clip, your reserves to your clip. So it basically saves you an attachment on either fast mags or extended mags, which is extremely useful, especially on a gun like the Volk, where it shoots slower anyway. It has 28 bullets, like a random amount, or 24 or something like that. I think it's 28. It's just random, so it's not a normal number. A lot of times I catch myself having to like reload in dumb situations. So when you add on, like fusion mags possibly, it's almost like having scavenger built into your gun, because your gun like basically prints ammo and then it puts it in the clip for you, so you don't have to reload very often and you don't have to worry about running out of bullets. So that's pretty useful. Um, as well as the fact that a lot of the laser weapons actually have higher damage than the ballistic weapons. Uh, they have somewhat higher damage. On the downside, though, they do shoot a lot slower. Um, along with that comes the fact that ballistics weapons are generally easier to shoot with, simply because of reflections again coming into play. Not necessarily because reflections like cause your gun to kick more or whatever, or they just happen to be more accurate, but simply because of the reflections. I found a lot of times if you're shooting straight ahead, if you're missing the person, uh, a lot of times they'll hit the wall behind the person and bounce straight back at you, and it's hard to tell what are their bullets coming, what are your bullets coming, where the person is, because there's about 14 shots in the air in between you and them, and you can't tell, and then you add in your bullets are going towards that person. It's just hard to follow. It's very hard to track the people at mid-range when when your bullets are bouncing back off of a wall. That becomes rather annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But really, like, people give more credit than is due to ballistic weapons. Um, the energy weapons are actually very useful, especially with the not having to reload very often. If you're a person that likes to rush a lot, excuse me, if you like to rush a lot, having one like the ERAD where you don't have to reload very often, that's got like 30 or 40 rounds in a clip. You really like never have to reload, and it's fantastic. Things like the R3K, which a 3-round burst, comes in very clutch, because as you're shooting, basically about every third burst that you shoot, you're getting another burst into your gun because it's putting it back in. So I mean, that's useful to me. That's one of the most valuable things there can be, because I play very aggressive, and I don't want to end up getting caught in the middle of a gunfight with no bullets. That's just unfortunate. So I mean, they're not bad. They deserve a little bit more credit than what they get, I think. On the other side of it, you have your ballistics weapons, which are pretty standard, like they've always been. And it does give you the added benefit of wallbang, which is useful. So it's just preference, I guess. But I hope you guys enjoyed 60 and 9, and we'll see you next time. Peace.